Hello again all, and welcome to tutorial 3. Today we'll show you how to insert your first module, so that'll be good. You'll write your first program. We'll have a play around with the message box, and so you can alert users of certain progress, and we'll have a look at input boxes as well and return a value from an input box. Okay, so let's get going. Instead of going to developer this time and opening Visual Basic, what I'm going to do is just hit Alt and F11. Okay, and now for my current project. This is one from the previous one. I'm going to go right click on modules, insert module. Let's call this module message box. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to start with is public sub alert me. Okay, that's it indent. So let's create a variable first of all. So to create a variable, we use the term dim for dimension, and I'm going to have my string. This is the name of a variable as string. So that part here defines the data type. So my string, and then to make it equal to something we use the equal sign, weirdly enough. Because it's text, we'll open double quotes up and put hello, this is my first Excel VBA application. And then what we're going to do is we're going to do a message box, and we're going to alert my string. We're then going to have a look at some of the parameters. So let's make that for information, so that's VB information. We can give it a title, so hello, and then close that off. Okay, so when I run this now, you'll see that it takes the value of my string and passes that to it. Let's use the F8 key actually to step into it. So as you can see, it highlights in yellow when you're actually debugging through some code. So my string there, look, you can see that it's equal to nothing. But now, my string, my string now equals hello, this is my first Excel VBA application. So what that's actually done is created a string in memory, and then it's referencing that string in memory once you actually call the message box function. So if I press F8 now, hello, this is my first VBA application. Okay, you change that text again, you could do hello there, and I'll show you something. We use an, which is a concatenation symbol. We'll talk about operators later on. Application dot user name. So that should say hello there Gary Hudson or something like that. Let's try run it again. Hello there Gary Hudson, because it knows that I'm the registered owner of this application. Okay, that's how you create a message box with a variable. Let's now create another sub, public sub, called input box. We're going to use the same scenario, so dim my string, my input as string, because we want the input box to return a string. Then we're going to set my input equal to input box. Please insert your name. And then we're going to go message box. Your name is, and then what we're going to put on the end is the actual previous variable that we used, my input there. So I run this, so we'll step into it again. Press F8. That's F8. Okay. Just let me check that out. Input box. Why does it not like that? Let's start this again. box, please enter your name. Input box. Is input box disappeared? The line. Sorry about that, ladies and gents. I was just having a bit of a silly moment. So then you might say, may I know your name? Something like that. Then try, let's go. Huh. This is not good. Why does it not like that input box? It's because I'm naming it the same. I'm trying to run an input box. That's it. Sorry guys, what happened there is there was a naming kind of mishap where I can't remember the name now. There was conflicting names, so what happened is it was looking for input box for the actual sub itself, not input box. So you need to name this something different. So we'll change that to my input sub, something like that. Okay, sorry about that. So okay, when we F8 into this again then, so we'll step through it. My input sub. My input means nothing yet because we've not actually filled the input box with any details. So as you can see, it's got the title there and your name. Please enter your name. So now I'll put Gary Hudson. Sorry, Gary Hudson. Yeah. And then when I F8 again, it will then alert me that your name is Gary Hudson because I've passed that into the input box. If I try to put, let's change this again. If I made that Boolean, say, and then I try to pass text through it, it'd raise an error. So let's try that. Gary. Look, type mismatch. We'll talk about data types in the next tutorial. But yeah, it won't let you put anything other than text in there. So yeah, that's how you pass values through an input box and you create your first sub. I suppose we ought to just do the common hello world in this one, just for run that hello world. So that's your first sub. We went and we inserted a module in there, we renamed the module, we created 2 subroutines, and yeah, and that's what we did. So in the next chapter we'll talk about data types and you know, how to define data types, what different types of data there are, and yeah, we'll progress through that. Okay guys, subscribe, share the love, keep in touch, subscribe to my videos, follow me, whatever. Thanks guys.